to my channel today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some product hits and some product misses. I love doing updates after my hauls when I've tested things out thoroughly, let you guys know what I think of everything. And I did feel super excited to film today. I do have some, well, not so good misses for sure, and some hits as well that I'm really excited about. So let's get right on into it. Okay, we need to start off with a bang, and the first hit is actually from Fresh. This is the Sugar Strawberry Face Scrub. I did haul this a little while ago, and I really love this. It does have an exfoliating property to it, but it's nice and gentle. It smells so natural, so lovely. It is so nice. I'm going to put a little bit on my skin so you guys can see the texture. It's kind of going all over my lap too, so be careful. It's a little bit runny, not super bad, but enough. So this is what it looks like on the skin. It smells so nice and natural. It doesn't smell like anything fake. I think that this is something that is truly a hit from Fresh, and I've been using this probably once or twice a week. I don't find that it flares up my skin or makes my skin look red or anything. I think it just does a great job of gently exfoliating the top layer of your skin, and then, you know, makes it really easy to follow up with the rest of your products. I just love this. Some exfoliators do make my skin quite inflamed because it's just way too coarse, but this definitely is not that. I just think this is great. The next product is also a hit. I'm gonna do one more hit and then we're gonna go right to some misses. So this one here is actually from Fresh as well, and this is their little Sugar Peach Hydrating Lip Balm. Now normally I don't like balms that I have to stick my finger into. I know that sounds really weird, but I do like balms that you can roll up and you can just apply from the product itself. But this one is super nice. You really don't need too much. It doesn't look like I've used too much actually, but I've used quite a bit of this. The only downside of this is that this isn't going to be a long wearing lip mask type product. This is just going to be like from time to time putting some hydration onto your lips kind of thing. So note that this isn't a lip mask overnight deep conditioning kind of product, but I do like it when I am just out and about, want a little bit more moisture to my lips. The smell of this is super nice as well, although it's not super synthetic smelling. Just like the strawberry scrub from Fresh, I feel like this is very natural peach smelling. So it's not going to be totally in your face. When you open up the little tin, like I can barely smell it even from here. But then I can really, like once I stick my nose right in there, then I can smell it. And I like that because then I know there's nothing added to add an additional fragrance component and to like pump it up to make it, you know, synthetic and not so great. So love this. They do have a lemon one for sure. I don't know if they have any other scents, but this is really cute for just on the go. Now let's talk about my first miss, and I feel like a lot of you guys saw this coming, especially after seeing my most recent Sephora haul. This is from Tarte, and I did put these shadows to the test, and they actually are so terrible, it's not even funny. This is the Glamazon palette. It was a QVC exclusive, and you know what? I hopped on this thinking it was going to be so good, but this palette is definitely not good. So the mattes are so hard to blend compared to the original formula that I've come to know from Tarte, their Amazonian clay. They do claim that this is the Amazonian clay formula, but it's not the same. So this one is harder to blend out. I feel like it's also harder to build up. The shimmers as well don't go very far. You do have to build them up on the lid as well to get any color pigment payoff at all. So this unfortunately is a huge miss. I did look into returning it, so thanks for all of your comments from the previous video saying that QVC does accept returns. The only thing is that it would cost so much more to return this product now. I think I would get like $5 back. So I was like, dang it, that is such a ripoff. Another question I did have was, why can I get QVC stuff as a Canadian? The answer to that is, surprisingly, I was able to order this palette by shipping my QVC item to the border. So if you guys have been around my channel for a while, you do know I do that quite a bit. I'll send stuff to the border because I don't live that far away, and I'll go and drive down and pick some stuff up that isn't available to ship to Canada. The only thing is then you are subject to duties and taxes, so you do have to keep in mind the additional costs, but this was something I was able to send to the border and still pay with a Canadian credit card with. So if you are a Canadian and you're close to the border, that could be an option if you love QVC products. The next hit are actually these gorgeous eye masks from Patchology. So I actually did get these quite a while ago. I got this one, which is the Lavender Primrose Downtime Calming Eye Gels, and then there's like a whole package of them right here. So I've been slowly using them because they're so nice. I don't want to waste any of them. This next one is the Happy Place one. So this one is rose, hibiscus, and lotus flower. And then this one is Perk Up. This one has green tea, white mulberry, and bergamot in it. So these are just gorgeous eye gels that really help to hydrate the under eye area. So I use these in particular when I have a bath, for instance, or I'm just winding down for an evening. I do think that they do a great job, and this is the first Patchology product that I've tried, so I'm really excited to try more from them. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know down below. They come with 5 pairs, which I think is amazing compared to some where they only come with like 2 or 3. It's nice to have a little bit more to work with when you're going to purchase a whole set. So I love this. Okay, the next hit is actually from an old haul as well. This is the Tom Ford Flawless Glow Foundation. I believe I also got this from Nordstrom because you can't get it at Sephora for sure. This is the broad spectrum SPF 31, so it does have a sunscreen component, and this is so nice. What I can say is that I found it a little bit hard to find my skin tone in this foundation. I feel like with Tom Ford, that's what I keep kind of running into, and it's because I haven't really ordered a lot of foundations or like face products from the line until recently. So I've really had to guess, and I've been kind of Googling like swatches and just kind of estimating based on those, and it's really tough, but I was able to do a great job with this, and I did find my exact shade. This does not oxidize at all on my skin. The shade that I have is 4.0 Fawn, and this is lovely. I just can't believe how much I love this. It does have a dropper applicator, not my favorite in the world, but I'll just kind of show you so it doesn't like fall all over, but this is kind of what it looks like. You just push the top of the lid, and then obviously it kind of comes out of like the pump there. So applicator wise, not the best, but the product inside is so good that I just put up with it. The packaging is amazing. It's weighty, it's glass, it feels luxurious because this bad boy is expensive. So I kind of want to make sure that all of that stuff accumulated all together is fit for the price tag basically. So besides the applicator, I love the finish on the skin. It's a slight glow, like a natural glow kind of finish. It doesn't crease in my skin over time. It doesn't make me look older. It doesn't like dry me out or look cakey. It just is so good. Okay, now let's talk about a pretty disappointing miss, and this is from the Charlotte Tilbury mystery box that I did do on my channel recently. This is the Full Fat Lashes Mascara from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is probably the worst product in her line I've ever come across, to be honest with you. A couple of you guys warned me about this, that this mascara was not good, and it's not. To me, it's not good. I feel so bad saying that. I love the line, as you know, but I'm still going to be honest with you guys on my channel. This is just not good. It did absolutely nothing but separate my lashes. That's all it did. It didn't thicken, it didn't lengthen, nothing like that. It just separates them, and I kind of looked into my lashes and was like, is there anything in there? Like, I just used this wand like 3 or 4 times. I'm thinking that the wand itself is the biggest kind of miss with this product, just because it doesn't apply the product well at all. But I also think that the blackness of this is more of a muted black, not compared to what I'm typically used to, which is like very richly black mascaras. This to me is the most disappointing thing in this entire video. I just wish it had worked out. Next, I finally have my full update on these bad boys. Okay, I just dropped one, sorry. This is all of the Natasha Denona Chroma Crystal Liquid Shadows. I finally used them all up. Here, I can actually show you what they look like instead of what I just did. Here we go. Okay, so this is what they all look like here, and I've now tested out every single shade. What I can tell you is that the deeper that they go in shade, the more of a finicky application process they become. And I do think it's because of the pigment, because the pigment gets richer as you're getting into deeper colors, and then you're seeing more and more of the flaws of this product. By far, the difficult one to me is Nightfall, and it's just because of a couple of things. One, it is a very richly purple color. When you actually blend it with your finger, when you're applying it, because that's what I typically do, is I blend it with my finger to start off, and what I found was that the glitter stays behind, but the purple pigment does not. It almost like shears out as you're blending it with your finger on your lid. So this one in particular, you really have to go in with a eyeshadow brush to really pick up that purple pigment again. Otherwise you have what kind of looks like just sheer purple across your lid, but mostly glitter heavy. So to me, this one was still okay, but when you see me in the video wearing this, where I do unbox the Charlotte Tilbury mystery box and I'm wearing this color, this was one I had to layer multiple layers over onto my lid to get that full impact. So the same thing I noticed with shade Sienna, as well as shade Obeyed. Both of them are like a bronzy colors. They're obviously not as bad as the purple, but this one I do find that it starts to kind of sheer out as you go. And I do feel like these, like Moonstone and Zone, are like the lightest shades in the range, I would say. And they do that to the same degree, but because they're lighter, I feel like it's a little bit easier to work with because it's not as readily evident that it's sheared out on the lid because they're so light. Does that make sense? It's kind of like that. So I would say out of the entire range, the Zone and Moonstone are definitely my favorite shades because they're just the easiest to use. I do like the other shades though too. I just think they require a little bit extra kind of TLC to get them to really like have that pigment impact that you're looking for. Okay, the next miss are actually these Winky Lux Lip Balms. Now, I wondered if you guys kind of saw this coming, but I don't know why I got suckered into these things because they're just not good. This is a Glimmer Balm. This is the Confetti Balm. And as you can see, they are, to me, pretty much child's makeup. These will be returned because it's not even necessarily the fact of what they look like, because they were really like impressive to me when I looked at them. But to be honest with you, they do have that kind of light purple sheen to the lips, and that's all they do. I don't find that they hydrate at all. I mean, if they do, it's very, very quick. It seems to wear away on the lips really, really easily. And that's basically it. I mean, I have other balms that are just much more rich in moisture than this. So these are the two here. As you can see, they differ basically hardly at all. We do have the Confetti Balm on the left side and then the Glimmer Balm on the right. And both of them, I mean, what they are, they're pH changing lip balms. So, you know, on my skin, they're gonna react the same way because they're pulling the pH off of my skin to get that shade for you. But on the lips, they're very similar too. It's kind of like a light lavender. And yeah, the packaging to me, it just feels a little bit cheap, if I'm honest, a little bit plasticky, kind of like Claire's makeup. So unfortunately, these are going to go back. I have yet to try the primer, but I have some high hopes because a lot of you guys really like that one. The next hit is actually from Too Faced. This is the Sweetie Pie bronzer. This, you guys, is really nice. I feel like it's a nice natural color. It's very light on the skin, so I do find that this is much more like perfect for everyday makeup, more so stuff that you don't want to look too bronzer heavy, just in like natural flush kind of thing. This is what this one looks like, and as I've been using it, this nice little pattern is starting to mesh all together with each other. But I do like how we have a little bit of like a pinkiness to it because it gives that effect a little bit of what the sun would do when the sun hits your face. Like it's kind of like a bit of a peachy sun-kissed look on top of the bronze that it gives. The only thing is that, like I said, it is very light on the skin, so I do a couple layers with this. This is what it looks like here. I think it's because my skin is probably like a light to medium, sort of, but more so on the light side. As you can see, the pinkiness does show up on the bronzer, but to me, it's not unpleasant. I just think it's really nice for natural everyday makeup, kind of like a look that you haven't really tried too hard to look good. It just looks like it's your natural skin. The next hit is this Tarte Chrome-LIT highlighter. Chrome Paint Highlighter, Tarte-LIT Chrome Paint Highlighter. Now this, you guys, you shine from space though, so you really have to be careful. Even when I open it up, you have to be so careful. This is the highlighter itself here. There's a stopper in it, but it is all powder all day, basically. So do not tip this over, you will regret it. It has a bit of a vanilla smell to it. It's a little bit synthetic smelling, I'll just give it that. It's quite strong, but I do like the highlight itself. I use very little and I'm already shining from space. Typically what I've been doing right now is applying what is left over in the lid on my cheek. And that's what I've been doing. I do think, I mean, that's why you can see it looks like I haven't even tried it. But the reality is I absolutely have. I just haven't tapped into the top here. I do apply it with my typical highlighter brush and I just go incredibly light-handed. When you go too heavy on this, the texture on your skin will get a little bit more emphasized. But if you keep it nice and light, you'll find that it's really, really beautiful. It's like a golden champagne. So this is the Tarte one on the skin, you guys. It's so gorgeous, very like wet looking, metallic, beautiful light gold on the skin. So this is a couple swipes and it's already almost like a streak. Okay, so here we have the Amrezy and the Tarte one side by side. The Tarte one is on the left. As you can see, it's a bit more golden, whereas the Amrezy on the right is a little bit more champagne. So just so you guys know, a couple of you guys were asking for swatch comparisons to some of these new highlights. They are similar, but as you can see, they do have some distinctness when it comes to how they shine. All right, the last two items are hits, and the first one is from Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Kisser Luscious Lip Balm. This, you guys, is really nice as well. It has a slight tingling to the lips when applied, and I love that this has like a gorgeous doe foot applicator. The actual formula itself, color-wise, is a light pink, and it is so lovely. It's not sticky at all, but it's just basically like a clear gloss. So even though it has like a slight pinkness to it, it is on the skin. You can barely tell. It's right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a few swipes. But either way, it's like lightweight. It's not too thick, but it provides like the slightest plumping action to it. I wouldn't even call it a plumper. It's just like a slight plumping effect. It's hydrated, luscious, like that's basically what it's called. It just kind of makes your lips look nice and luscious and really beautiful. So this is also one that I have been wearing constantly. This next product is also from Fenty Beauty, and I just had to grab it from the bathroom because I almost forgot to update you guys on what I thought of this. But this is the exfoliating stick. What's it called? The Pro Kisser Lip Loving Scrub Stick. And this is so nice, you guys, because it's very light with exfoliating and it's in... Sorry, my dog is right behind me. Hold on a second. I think he wants to say hi. All right, Harvey just wanted to say hi, my little baby. So sweet. He's just looking around. He's always enamored by the lights and everything. But anyways, this scrub stick is super nice, you guys. Okay, we say bye and then Mom has to work. Okay? I can't do this with you here. Okay, bye, Lovey. Say bye. You're not interested. Look over here. Look over here, Lovey. Okay, that's all for now. Anyways, apparently the scrubbers in here are actually apricot scrubbers, which is really cool. It's nice and natural. It says that it's basically you get the soft kissable lips without the mess of an old school scrub, which basically comes in a tub, and that's exactly true. You literally rub this all over your lips and then wash it off, and it's super, super nice and easy to use. The scent is basically slightly apricot. That's basically what I'm smelling, but it's so subtle, so natural. It's really, really nice. So would I repurchase these? I absolutely would. I think that Fenty's Pro Kisser line is definitely a hit in my books. The last hit is also a lip product, and this is from Laneige, and this is the Lip Glowy Balm in Peach. I didn't think that I actually updated you guys on my thoughts on this, but basically I love that it now comes in a like cute little applicator where you don't have the tub and the actual stick like the lip mask version does. I didn't think it was supposed to be as thick as the actual lip mask, but to me, the balm is almost like just slightly lighter than the mask, but really not that much. Like it's almost hard to discern between the thickness of both, but I love how you can now carry this around, pop it in your purse and not have any like fear that the cap's gonna fall off and dump balm all over your purse. You know what I mean? This is apparently your daytime solution to hydrated and tinted kissable lips. The tint, you guys, is basically nothing. So know that. I mean, I'm gonna just kind of show you on my hand here. It's so, so light. It's a light pink tint, but nothing like some of the oils I'm testing out right now, like the Lila B one, the Wander Beauty one. Those are pigmented lip oils and treatments, but this one is slightly light pink. I love how this looks on my lips though, nice and hydrated. I do think that this one definitely is thicker than the Fenty, and it's certainly thicker than the Fresh one. Now, I kind of toss between these two. If I feel like I just want a little bit of moisture, I just grab this. If I want a bit more, I grab this. So it just depends on your preferences. All are amazing products. Just before I go, I do have 2 more misses to quickly highlight because I already returned them, so I almost forgot about them. But the first one is the Nars Wanted Mini Palette. You guys, the mininess and the packaging was so bad. I think I told you in my haul I was super disappointed. The lid was so sharp, almost like a sharp foiled plastic, but the swatches of the shadows were just okay, but when applied to the lid, really not so good. Definitely not the same shadow quality I've come to know from Nars. I love my Skin Deep palette from them. I love the Ignited palette as well, but this one just wasn't the same and I was super disappointed. So unfortunately, I returned that palette. The last thing that was also a miss was the MAC foundation. I know a lot of you are probably going to be disappointed in this because I did get quite a few fans of this product in my comments, but unfortunately, first of all, the shade was too light. But that doesn't matter. When I'm testing something, I'm not testing for shade. I'm testing more so for the finish, how it wears on the skin, and if it oxidizes or not. So I basically just wore it around the house because I was somewhat ghostly because it was too light. And what I found was that it just was a little bit too cakey on my skin. Even when I was trying to test it with a lighter amount on my skin, it just kept getting like that cakiness to me. And I think it's because it's probably more so suited for oilier skin types. I'm a normal skin type, so I don't have a lot of oil to like maybe make it look more smooth on my skin. It just kept looking cakey, and unfortunately it's just a miss. So that was also one that I returned. Anyways guys, that is it for this hits and misses video. I really hope that you enjoyed all of my thoughts on all of these products and a little cameo from my dog. Let me know if you didn't mind that or whatever. You want to see more of Harvey, let me know in the comments down below. I do have a vlog camera coming in the mail. I did purchase one, so I have a lot more video ideas where I'm going to kind of take you along with me on certain things. So let me know if you're excited for that as well. I'm just really wondering if you guys are kind of interested in that kind of content or not, so definitely let me know.
What do we say, love? We say thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.